This is Lee from Man vs Van. Nice to see you all. Hello YouTube. Do me a favour, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification so that you're told whenever I upload a new video. That would be awesome, thank you. Something I do know is that loads of people watch my videos to the end, which is I'm so grateful for. But they forget to subscribe, so yeah, do me a favour. Right, that's out of the way. It's cold as balls this morning, but I'm out in the van. I'm on the way to play basketball this weekend. It's an overnight stay somewhere in deepest, darkest Nottingham, the land of Robin Hood. I haven't stayed overnight in the van since the summer, and I figured this was a nice opportunity to shoot some video and talk about the kind of stuff that gets my goat a little bit about the van and why I want to rip out the interior and start again, and yeah, give a sense of what it's like to stay overnight in a camper van in the UK on a day as cold as balls. So yeah, the adventure started this morning. One of the reasons that I called this channel Man vs Van is that I do feel like sometimes I'm fighting against it, and it's part of the love, right? I mean, everybody talks about, you know, you never have any money if you have a van. It has to be a labour of love and all that. Every relationship has a bit of tension, I think, and this van has caused me some tension this morning. So during the week I thought, you know what, I'll just make sure the diesel heater is working. It's actually working, which I'm really chuffed about, otherwise tonight will be interesting. So yeah, I tested the heater a couple of times and that seemed great, warmed the van up nicely. And I thought, you know what, oh, actually, while I think about it, I'll get some food together. I could put a few things in the fridge. I get to the van this morning, open the side door, go into to lean over to open the fridge and hit the little button that turns it on. Nothing, dead, done, no lights, no fridge. And it's one of those things that I was in a rush because, you know, I knew what time I had to leave this morning. Didn't have time to like get into it and kind of like mess around with it. I checked the fuses are all fine. But I don't really know anything about electrics, so it wasn't going to be a situation where I could quickly fix it. I tried the usual stuff, like, I don't know, guessing that if you hold the power button down it resets or something like that. It may have something to do with the temperature. It may be broken. It may not have survived the van being in extremely cold weather a few months ago. But either way, the fridge doesn't work this morning, and it made me think, like, it's one of the reasons I want to do the inside of my own van rather than rely on what's been put in before, is if you've done that, you know how it went in, you know how everything works, you've learned how to hook up the electrics, and at that time, me being me, would have done a bit of a deep dive and learned as much as I could about electronics, electrics working in vehicles like this, and therefore have a bit of an embedded knowledge when you get to mornings like this morning and something doesn't work and you're like, you know what, I can fix that, and you don't stress because you know how it went in, you know how it all plugged together. So that's been the first calamity this morning, the first moment the van has got something over me. However, I'm still looking forward to getting into the van later on and getting some kit. I'll be knackered because I would have played basketball all day, and got my laptop, watch a bit of a movie, make some food. Should be a pleasant experience. But yeah, here we are on a day that is colder than cold things in a cold place. We're in the van, so hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Good morning. How are you? Well, a few things went my way last night. So got to the campsite, turned the on-off switch of the fridge 700 times. Unfortunately, the fridge has not come back on. Went to put the heater on. It didn't work. I got one of the 14 billion error codes that you get with the Chinese heater. Here it is, the little beauty. As you can see from the little spinny fan, after a few attempts, that heater kicked in and I was able to get the van up to a nice temperature. The night's sleep was interrupted, as you can probably tell from the enormous bags under my eyes. But that was only ever because temperature dropped a little bit, kicked the heater on to take the edge off, but didn't want to leave it on overnight. It is a very, very cold night, so that's what I needed to do to sleep in the van. Nice comfortable sleep as well. These lights, look how bright they are. Yeah, definitely want to change the lights and make it a little bit less in your face when you wake up in the mornings. I've got myself the kettle on, about to make myself a brew. Got the heater on, it's kicking out some heat. Might actually turn it off now, actually, thinking about it. There we go. But yeah, all in all, not a bad night's stay. I'm having second thoughts about ripping the kitchen out as well, because I can see the use of this taller cupboard, which I've always thought was useless. I could see a use for this by putting some shelves in, maybe changing this entire face here, rather than having what I think is an attempt to suggest that this is a wardrobe of some sort. I mean, at the moment it's just a cavity with the leisure battery on the floor, and then the fuses behind these units here. So yeah, in two thoughts. Gonna have a cuppa, have a think, and come back. I've had a think. I'm finishing my cuppa. When you own a van and you are not very handy, like me, handy enough but not very handy, you spend most of your days thinking, I wonder if I could do that. Oh, I really like the look of that van on Instagram. And what it means is you end up in periods of massive indecision. Like, I've flip-flopped on whether or not to rip this kitchen out so many times. I am back at ripping it out. Now that I've had my cuppa and I've got some sane thoughts going on, I am really keen to replace it with some Ply Guys furniture, which will be a cool road trip as well, driving up to Scotland to see them and pick it up. But you can see what I'm thinking though, like kind of this tall unit, it would be useful if configured correctly and didn't have this weird shaped door on the side and all that. But yeah, I'm back at ripping it out. Stay tuned for more indecision.